My life is an absolute mess, and I'm about to unfuck it in the next 25 minutes. Do you have 9,000 tabs open in your head, a million ideas, emails to respond to? Is your life completely chaotic online like mine? I'm drowning in all of it. So today we are going to build a custom CRM dashboard just for creators like myself and like you out there. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, small business owners, agency owners, the list goes on and on. If you got too much going on in here and not enough organization, today is the day that all changes. So I know what you're thinking. It all sounds groovy and great, but I'm not a developer. I'm not a coder. Don't worry about it. Today we're going to be using a tool called DataButton. It's a no-code AI editor that allows anyone with very, very little experience to actually go in and create full stack applications. We're not just talking about some glorified little landing page. We're talking about a full backend, login authentication, a full dashboard, storage, all the components to actually have a full running CRM on your system. And if you want to go forward and actually run it as a business and sell it down the road, that's also a possibility. If you've never watched no code before, you're going to be blown away and you're in for a treat. I'm going to just speak to the machine and the AI bot is going to do all of the coding and creation for us. So by the end of this video, if you stick around, you're going to have a full running CRM for you that you can customize and use it for your crazy brain. So my name is Marcin AI, and I'm of course a no-code AI dev. Thank you for watching this video, and let's jump right into it. So the tools we're going to be using is DataButton to do all the coding, and then we're going to use Chat LLM, which is a product that allows you to have access to all of the different models. So ChatGPT, Claude 3.7, Gemini 2.5, DeepSeek 3.1, all of them in one place. And always, guys, all the links are below. If you do try it, I do appreciate it. Always buys me a cup of coffee. I'm super grateful. And of course, thanks for all the follows and everybody watching. First things first is we need a name. I am creating a personalized CRM system and I need 10 name ideas. Let's use DeepSeek, see what kind of magic DeepSeek can create for us. Connectly, Pulse CRM, BondTrack, Nexus. Give me a fun name that kind of brain. Clutter Crush, Brain Tidy, no more dumb. So I really like a lot of these, but I'm gonna go with Sane Flow. I think that has a nice flow to it, and sanity is a very, very important part. So Sane Flow it is. CRM system, hell yeah. Next, what we want to do is we want to create a very, very good high quality prompt. The key with any of these tools, DataButton included, is you need to give it a really good prompt in order for it to understand what the hell you want with this product. So here's going to be my prompt. I am creating a custom CRM for my personal brand called Marcin AI. I want to be able to organize every aspect of my business. This includes to-do list and tasks, organizing all my contacts, people I'm reaching out to for collaborations, business, and any other important things related to contacts and outreach and inbound. Organize all my thoughts as far as ideas, anything creative, like a dump idea folder. I also want to have projects and then all of the different steps and where the project is at any given time. I want you to give me a full project outline that I can input into a no-code AI tool called DataButton. I don't need every small detail. I just want the outline and the project breakdown. Bang, we're off and running. So let's see how DeepSeek does. So let's review core modules, dashboard, tasks and to-do management, contacts and outreach, idea dump and creative hub, project pipeline, analytics and insights. That's great. So we're going to go to DataButton. We're going to sign in. If you guys want to try DataButton, check it below. I do appreciate it. It's definitely one of my favorite tools. I've used a bunch and I always continue making products and testing different things. But sometimes you find a good one and you stick with it to build out these full-blown systems. And that's why I really like it. So here it is, core module. Let's go to continue. Then we're going to, what do I have so far? Nothing. So we're going to skip that. If you have a lot of stuff already, then you can input that. And then design inspiration. So let's go to my favorite website. It's called Dribble with triple B's. So DRIBBLE. And you guys come in here for inspiration, design inspiration. So I definitely want to go for a purpley. As you guys can see, I'm a big fan. Let's go purple and black. Purple. So just type it in, CRM dark purple. And let's get something really nice to fit our techie vibe. Let's see if we got something here. That's kind of nice. I want to definitely go with something clean and simple. I love it. This is actually perfect. So we're going to drag that. Actually, let's take a screenshot. We're going to go back to DataButton, close that. We're going to click here and we're going to put that image in there. Oh, that's the wrong one. And just watch this step by step. This is the beautiful part of this, is you can just follow this and build it your own way. So next part, what are we going to do? Are we setting up backend? Yes. So we're going to do Firebase authentication, which is native to database. You can also do Supabase. Firestore database, correct. For Stripe, we don't need now because we're obviously going to be using our, it's going to be for us. So we don't need to do Stripe integration. But at a later date, if this thing works and people like it, Maybe I'll launch it as an actual SaaS business. This is the beauty. When you start building stuff for yourself, if you become a no-code dev or a code dev, obviously no code is the buzzword because people like myself who didn't grow up learning technical coding, because it's a superpower where you can really just build out whatever the hell you want. So we're going to create the app now, and you're going to see step by step. And this is what I think DataButton got right compared to all the other tools that just look very simple and easy to use. But this thing, look, breaks down every single step. So we have 8 tasks that it's going to tackle, and it breaks down the project for you step by step. So look at this. Create a landing page that introduces Pulse CRM, which that's not the name. We know what our name is. Install and configure all the extensions. Firebase, create the main dashboard, implement the task management, build the contacts database, develop the project pipeline, create the ID. Perfect. Let's just start right from the top. And all you got to do is click in, and then it's going to give you a description. Create a landing page that introduces. We're going to change this. So let's go here. We're going to change this to SaneFlow CRM and implement an engineering landing page that introduces SaneFlow CRM to solopreneurs, including a brief overview of the CAP's core functions. Yeah, so this is just a simple front end. Let's just get it done so we have it. So now you click go, and then you see here it's going to start building. A couple of the features in database. You got a preview right here. You've seen this before. You see all the pages, components, UI. Then you have an overview. This is one of my favorite parts. You see visually what the hell this thing is doing and how everything is connected. So this is great for you to start thinking. For all the actual dev tech heads in there, database just got MCP, so you can enable MCP. If you're doing that, that's a whole different video. And then in all the settings and stuff, I'm not going to get into it now, but you can do a lot. You can deploy, you can publish, set up all your front end, back end, all that good stuff. And then there's a ton of things you can do in here. So let's just go to preview and wait for version 1. First version, we got a landing page. Super simple, clean, but you could see it took the colors. We got our name. So now we go back to plan. And now look at this. We got a landing page. We're going to hit resume task, unassign, or complete. So we got it. Simple. We can always go back and tweak it. So now it's going to say install and configure Firebase extension for authentication. So we're going to click go, install the Firebase extension using the add Firebase button in the top right bar, configure the extension for user authentications, sign up passwords, all that good stuff. So we're going to say start task. Next, we're going to have to open up Firebase. If you guys aren't familiar, firebase.google.com. It's a free service with Google. You just go in here and create a new project. So we're going to call SaneFlow. People are always freaked out. Oh, I don't have money. It's all free. You get $500 credits when you sign up. So just start building. It's a good problem to have when you start getting users and you got to pay a couple pennies for them. People always freaking out about these things. Just start using the damn thing. So now we're going to go here where it says web. You have Apple, iOS, Android. We're going to click web. And we're going to call SaneFlow. Just follow this step by step. Once you do this, you just hit register app. And then here is our SDK. It's going to say first thing. So add Firebase. And there it is. Look, find your Firebase config, which we have, which is this. Oops. We're just going to copy the whole thing. And then we're going to paste that whole thing in there. Got it. Now complete these steps in Firebase. Next one is our authentication setting. So open up that tab. There's our authentication. You click and get started. Everything is done for you. You just got to follow it step by step. So if you've watched this already, skip forward. You'll see below where you can skip. So we're going to go email, enable, save, done. Go back to DataButton. That's done. Add these domains. So now we're going to copy that. We're going to go here. I think it's settings. Here it is. Authorize domains. Hit add domain. Save that. Go back. Save the other one. Go back. You just got to do a few things to set it up. And this will give us the most important part, which is login authentication, which is what we want. Next, enable Firestore database. We do want that because we want to be able to save our information. So look, it launched it here. Now we're going to activate this. So we're going to click create database, hit next, make sure it's in production mode, hit create. Sometimes this doesn't work the first time. Let's see if it does. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Definitely give a follow if you guys like these types of builds. Let me know what I should build next. And of course, if you guys do try this stuff, I do appreciate it always. And one thing I didn't mention, actually, I'll just say really quickly, we have an incredible community called the No Code AI Army. We have 3,421 members in here, building, collaborating. We got no code guys. We have designers, developers, lawyers, you name it, it's in there. Check the links. It's all down. I'm not going to bore you with that though for now. So let's go back. So now we got Firebase database, which we got, and now it's going to say install. So what it's going to do now is it's going to test and make sure our connection is actually working. And once we have this, we're done. You just set up a backend with login authentication. Also, you get this message from Firebase. Your app is now protected. We've secured your app with Firebase authentication. Let's test the connection and make sure it works. So it should do a pass. It's going to say how many out of 4. Typically, if it works, look at that. Firebase connection tested. 4 out of 4 passed. Everything is working. Sorry, guys. I'm getting a scratcher's break from the wifey. Let's take a look. So we're going to check, see what we got here. Let's go preview. get started. And look at that. We got login. Let's sign in with email. We're just going to do a test email. You could just put any in here for now because we're in test mode. So Marcin AI, password, just for speed. And we are in. Perfect. So now the big question though, did our user get saved? And look at that. Just like that, we got login authentication. So let's move on. So it works. Mark is done. Perfect. So now we're going to go back to our plan. And if you go back to overview, now you can see we got a home, we got a login, dashboard, logout. All this stuff is starting to get written. And we're going to go to preview and back to the plan. So now we got the Firebase extension, we got our landing page. So now we're going to set up Firestore database to make sure that we can actually save our data. Define and implement the Firestore database for our CRM modules. So we're going to click that. And as you can see, you just start going piece by piece. The way this is designed is really smart because it allows you to go piece by piece versus a lot of other tools. You're just kind of doing all of it and you never really see what you're working on. It just kind of starts hallucinating and just creating everything on its own. And if you need to go back, I can now actually go back and say, hey, I can click on the landing page and say, hey, let's work on this a little more. And it's going to know the context of what we're working on versus me just saying, let's work on the landing page, because then it's going to do other stuff also. So it's a really clever thing that they've actually done here. Makes it way more structured, and it gives you the power to build a lot more full stack applications, web apps, games, whatever you're building, and not just, I keep saying, glorified landing pages, demos to show your friends on X. This is actual businesses we're building here. And what you're going to learn here, and you're learning now, is the skill, the ability to build out whatever the heck you want. Because this could be a content creation platform. This could be a UGC style website. Whatever you're doing, you're able to do that. So this is the creativity part. Right now you're learning the basics and you're going to get all of it from A to Z. So let's see what it does here and on to the next piece. One thing I'll mention too is we just did the simple email and password. But if we want to use Google, for example, or Facebook, you can set up however you want the authentication to be. I like to just do email and password because it's easy and quick. Once you do Google, then you have to connect to a few Google products in order to make that work. It's all doable, but again, I don't need to bore you with that and going through extra step. The point of this is not to, launch this product and try to sell it tomorrow, because that's going to take more than 30 minutes. But the point is to show you that you can still do it in such a short amount of time. So if you spend 3 hours or 30 hours, 3 days, whatever, you can see the power of what you can actually build. Perfect. Now we're going to complete the task. Mark is done. And look at that. 1, 2, 3, and on to the next. So create the main dashboard layout with sidebar navigation. Implement the main dashboard layout with all the navigation. We got dashboard, tasks, contacts, ideas, projects. On to the next. Let's get it. And just like that, we're on to the 4th step out of 8. Let's load our first dashboard, and there it is. Look at that. Very nice. We got dashboard, we got tasks, recent activity. We got something. Let's go to tasks. The task doesn't work, but we have a dashboard. Contacts doesn't work. We're going to obviously work on that. This is really good. So now we're just going to continue building out the pieces that are missing in this. And let's see. So create the main dashboard layout. It's going to continue going through and adding the things that it needs. So right now we're going to do the task management. Then we have the contact database. Then we have the project pipeline, and then the idea hub. And those are our 5 features. So this is the process. I mean, right now, once you set it up correctly, the foundation, it becomes a lot easier to do it this way. If you just say, build me a CRM system, good luck. Can it work? Possibly, but you have no control over it, and you're just allowing these systems to just blindly create stuff. But that's not the way we're going to do it. And once we have this working, then we're going to skin it and make it look really, really beautiful based off of our image. I'm not worried about the look right now. I just want the functionalities to work, and we're going to do them one by one, and then we're going to make it look nice. The tasks are getting created. Look at this. I don't know what the hell it's doing, but it's definitely working. So I think it's just creating mock data, but we want to actually set it up in the server. So I think next we need to just put some rules, and then that way we won't have to do mock. We can actually create our own. Next, we're going to add our Firebase rules. So you see right here, Firestore. I keep saying Firebase. So we're going to select this. We're going to go in here. We're going to go to Firestore database, and we're going to click rules. And then we're going to pick this, and we're going to paste and hit publish. Let's get rid of that. And then let's get rid of this. Hit publish. And 27. Oh, there we go. So that's published. So now this should all work. So let's hit refresh. Fetching projects. And now we should go to tasks, and look at that. So now everything is working. We're no longer creating mock data. Right now you see there's nothing here, right? But as soon as I create a task, oh, by the way, here's our task creation. So this is a finished YouTube vid. Editing video. We got status, in progress, complete, we asked for. Due date, tonight. Priority, urgent. Recurring task, no. Add a tag. So this is YouTube. And then we're going to create the task. And there is our task created. And we're going to go back to our database. We're going to hit refresh. And if it's all working, voila. There you go. Task, user ID, and then here is our info. So now we're going to go back and let's hit edit. Let's change this to part 2. Make sure that it's updating. There's 2. Let's go back to database, making sure that the data's updating. There it is, vid 2. And now let's delete. And delete that. It all refreshes. Let's hit refresh and it should delete it. There you go. So that's the magic. That's all the hoopla. That's what everybody says is impossible with all these tools. So now it's going to finish doing all the handling and then we on to the next part. And just like that, we're moving on to the next one. So let's build a contacts database with basic CRUD operations. We're going to start task and watch the magic happen. Hope you guys are enjoying this. This is really fun to make. And I just really want to empower you if you've never started building. Maybe you're watching these videos and you're like, man, I could do this myself. You can. I absolutely believe in you. Just get in there, start building. If you have no idea what you're doing, join our community. It's all links are below. And of course, DataButton. Appreciate you. Just you're seeing what I'm doing. There's no magic here. I've definitely spent, not at this point, probably 1,000 hours building with no code, but it's still the same process. It's finding the right tool for you and then using common language to actually get what you want done. And as you see, there's errors, and I'm not showing you every error. There's obviously more things. When something's broken, you just say fix the error, and so on and so on. But once you start playing with these tools, you're able to actually build pretty sophisticated products. And we're launching a bunch of things. We have a couple games coming out. We're launching a SaaS business. Actually, we have 2 SaaS businesses that we're working on now. We're going to be launching this CRM system. We're going to do another video dashboard for the courses that are going to be coming out. So there's a lot of stuff happening. And all of it is done with no code. I had no prior experience before I started doing this. So you can definitely start building. So I don't want to talk too much about that and preach, but I just want you to know that there's a team behind here. And if you're already building cool stuff, definitely share below. You're already building products, building SaaS businesses. You want to collaborate on stuff? Hit us up and we'll be definitely interested in chatting. Let's take a look at contacts. So now we have tasks and now we added contacts. Add contact, and here we go. We got names. So we're going to go Oleg, email, phone number, company name, job, contact type. I like that. What type of referral? That's a great thing. So let's just fill this out really quick. Phone number, company name, NA, job title, CEO, contact personal, referral. This is going to be inbound. Oleg is a bad man. Oleg is actually my nephew. And failed to save contact. Perfect. So now, actually this is great because I want to show you what an error looks like. So right now when I click this, it says failed to save contact. And there's an error down here. So there's a tool called Fix Errors. You can clear all the errors. You can close the terminal and you can hit Fix Errors. So let's just click that. And I'll show you exactly how to do that. So whenever there's any type of errors, most likely it's going to show up in the console. The console essentially shows you what's happening under the hood. And normally if you were building websites, you would do inspector and then you'd be able to see all the issues on console. But here it's all displayed for you. So I see the issue. Firestore doesn't accept unverified values for fields. That's why. So we're missing stuff. So what it's going to do is it's going to override that because I shouldn't have to fill out every single field to add a contact. Let's see if it fixed it. So let's go here again. Let's go test. I'll do it really quick. test@gmail.com. No phone number. Let's go test. Job title, nothing. Let's leave personal and then say hi. Add contact. And voila. So now we have our person here, which is test. And then if we go here, and now it's going to create user. There it is. Contacts. The database is working. It's got all the information. So now let's go back here. Let's hit edit. Change this to what up. Update contact. Perfect. We're going to go back, hit refresh, and we have what up. I don't want to bore you with just doing the next one and the next one and the next one, but that's the process. We have 2 more things to do. We have the idea hub, which is just going to be another to dump ideas. But now we're going to mark as done. I'll probably finish this. I'll do a quick little follow-up, but you guys get the point here. I mean, we pretty much have a whole platform, but there's a couple things I want to do before we leave. So first thing is I want to definitely give this a visual overhaul. I want to show you that because I think that's really, really important for people to see. Right now, this is kind of boring, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to plan. Then we're going to go in here and say this. I want to fully rework the design, aesthetic, color scheme, and make it super slick and modern, adding animations, rounding buttons, adding all of the newest, baddest looking UI and UX features for these type of CRM systems, period. Do not change any of the code only work on the aesthetic, the look and feel of the website, UI and UX, period. Do not change any text. Do not change any functions. Do not break our code. This is very, very important. When you're talking about design, you need to be very specific that it doesn't break anything. And then we're going to go in and we're going to add that original image that we had, which was this one. We're going to paste that in there, create a new task. So redesign, and then we're going to paste this. So we're going to do a redesign, and then we're going to create, and we're going to start the task. So you don't want to just go in and start working on your contact section, but then you want to start talking about designing. This is why things break. This is why other tools don't have this. So now we just added a separate task called the redesign, and now it's only going to focus on what we told it to focus on without hallucinating and breaking other things. Our redesign is complete, and we are wrapping this up. Look how nice this is now. So if we go back to our original image, I just want to show you how close DataButton was able to get our design. Look at this. Let me put these side by side. Look at that. With the rounded edges, the fonts, the colors, the fonts, everything. The size, the shading, it's all in here. So now if we go to tasks, create a new task. So this is task, blah, blah, blah. Pick a date, 14th, create task. And now we have our 3 tasks. We can go in and edit. And you guys have already seen this. But now look at the aesthetic. This is really exciting. It all works. Contact, same thing. I've added another contact. Look at the nice little shadow animation. And this will definitely wrap up the video. And if you go to your dashboard, look at this. You got upcoming tasks, you got recent activities, and everything is connected. Follow up with contacts. So this can continue getting built out piece by piece, step by step. And I will definitely finish this because I actually want to use it. I can't wait to finish this platform so I could share it with you. I'll definitely put it up on Git for people to download and connect it on Firebase. And for now, I want to definitely wrap up. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. And here's the best part. As far as deploying, really simple. You have the app here, and then you can just connect a domain to your product, so then you can actually host it on your domain. You set up your DNS. It's really simple. But for now, let me just deploy the app. So this will probably take about 20-30 seconds, and I'll have a custom URL that's going to be just for this product. Let's go and set up a new account so you guys can see everything that we have done. Oops. Go next. We're going to put our name, Marcin, password, and welcome to our brand new CRM system that allows anyone to go in. Oh, actually, that's maybe, oh, there it is. Perfect. Look at that. Here is our platform. So this is a 20, maybe 30-minute build. You can see the potential. We have everything working. You got tasks, you got contacts. I'm going to finish ideas and projects, and then I'm going to finesse the hell out of this. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Definitely join the community, No Code AI Army. For now, we are wrapping up, and I do appreciate it. And of course, if you guys try anything below, I have the DataButton. You guys can see the magic, and it really is a special type of tool. And I also use Chat LLM in here for the naming, and that's also below. So I do appreciate you guys. Marcin AI, I am out, and I'll see you in the next video.